Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gamecocks will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays. And turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Dropping back, it's Fitzpatrick. Oh, they're after him! And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To the air on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So South Carolina's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good... on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Scanning the field, it's Fitzpatrick. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. Second and third and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell on that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback making checks. Trying to get the corner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Davidson. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Mississippi State right back to the line. Back to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
7 yards on the play. Number 15.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. Use the play fake, now to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Offense in a bunch formation. In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbells ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Got room to work. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
These last 2 plays really are a microcosm of why this guy is so dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. He showed you the arm talent. He showed you the accuracy on the previous completion. And then on this play, it's not open, so he takes off and runs and gets it. There's so many different ways this guy can affect you as a defense because of his athleticism, man. He is a special talent.
This first half of offense won't go on. Reels so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't make the grab as as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Dumps it to the back. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. He's got it on the run. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Stopped on 4th and goal. That one never had a chance. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Mississippi State going up tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. To the air, it's Fitzpatrick. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snags it on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Byers on the move. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brooks. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it. They have completely flipped the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. Working that left side now. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 20. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And it's right down the boulevard. Are forced to settle for 3. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. To the ground to try to move the chains. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Backed up now, here's second and long. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Bryant. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And you didn't go out panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. The Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He leaves it with the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Looking downfield, it's Fitzpatrick. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The give on the option. Beats a man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Bryant. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
It's complete. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could breaks into the open. Defense has it. They're on the move. The 40. The 20. Then some. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. On target over the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Bryant. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Now the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hatcher. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Reels it in down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Fitzpatrick. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Hatcher. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to...
Oh, he wants it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Got it in the middle, it's Clark. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears...
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They're working.